Will ImperialHal lose his CEO title after a new matchup arises? I honestly think this is really cool. I'm glad they're doing this in the off season, but I do think that we need to up the ante here for what this match really means. Also, we've got some storylines behind this whole, it's Timmy, Jen Burton, and Designful roster, possibly 100 Thieves. Will they go that route? Obviously, we are expecting an organization will pick that team up, the dojo right now, but how this roster actually formed together is quite an interesting one, because while I think a lot of the fans are rallying behind them, and you'll see that pretty soon, I also think that when you see the context, it all happened accidentally. So Timmy's going to give us the context on that very shortly. But to start us off, who would the community consider the top 10 current players? This was currently 4 hours ago in the competitive Apex Reddit thread, and this is the conversation that we've been having on the channel right for the last couple of days. People are talking about this now. Well, right now it obviously is apparent that Falcons don't look like the number one roster. I think they don't look like the number one players. They're not necessarily highly rated like they were about 6 months ago. Now you're seeing people obviously rally behind this new roster. Jin is absolutely screwing dudes right now, according to Mr. Toe. And then you've got iiTzTimmy fanboy, who says Timmy, Jin, and Design are the top three. So a lot of support behind those guys. Some even saying Design on Wraith is the number one, but a realistic comment here saying Jin, Verholz, Hackis, Zero, Shuby, Timmy, Yuka, Waltzy, Unlucky, and Vax. I think Vax is a very good pick. Even right under this, Efficient Help saying Vax is currently the best Newcastle in North America. On Furia's good days, they look seriously capable of taking over land. I think this is a great comment. I think it's an underrated comment, and I think it's one that is definitely holding water. It's definitely got some truth to it, because but that's the problem we've discussed on the channel, right? Furia is not a team that always shows their best, but when they show their best, I think they may be the best team in the world right now. I don't know of another team that is hitting the highs that Furia is hitting, but it's just the fact that Furia doesn't always keep those highs. So hopefully that will be the case, because I would love to see Furia be rewarded, especially considering they've stuck this roster out for quite a bit of time, if you disregard the whole his Watson phase. But anyways, you go back to this conversation: Jin, Design, Timmy, who's the best, who's currently the top rated, who's the favorite, and then you get this announcement, right? ImperialHal and Timmy have announced that they will be 1v1ing each other. It's my personal opinion in the comments asking how would you put your CEO title on the line for this matchup, and also telling Timmy that with a Jin context and all the drama that happened, we just need to consider this the official CEO title matchup, right? Hal is the defending champion. He's the CEO. We've always known and called him that. But now that fans are starting to kind of consider him the villain, and Falcon's the biggest mistake he's made, all this stuff, and leaving TSM, obviously we've already kind of hit that. Hal's still like the top dude, but I think it is fair to say he might be becoming the heel of the scene right now. Everybody's rallying behind Jin. And so, figuratively speaking, can Timmy take down the CEO and become and claim himself as the new CEO? Well, that's the way I'm spinning it anyways. Timmy will be 1v1ing ImperialHal Monday at 10 o'clock on Eastern Standard Time, 7 PST. It's an Apex Legends 1v1 special showdown match. It's with the Red Bull partnership, so obviously it might not be too serious, but all of us, the fans, I think are going to take it a little serious, especially considering the roster mania context behind all of this. Now, what is interesting is how they actually met in all of this. Timmy kind of gave us an explanation as to how this whole roster fell into place to begin with, because you probably have heard already that Jin heard by accident by Timmy, and the reason it was an accident is because how Timmy heard and how the team actually came together. Roll the clip.
Saying like how I was like the savior, you know what I mean? The savior of Jen, because if I didn't tell Jen, then what's it called? Like, who knows when they would have told Jen? I mean, like, I have no idea when, but it's funny because I told Jen pretty much the story was like, I was coming back home from my dad's heart surgery, and I was going to TwitchCon, right? So I was in the transition of going back home to LA to pack and wash my clothes, and then going to San Diego for TwitchCon. In that process, you know what's funny? Design was the one who actually called me, and he was like, yo, he's like, pretty much he was like, hey, I heard that Waltzy's going to Falcons, pretty much like, do I want to team with him? And I was like, wait, what? Like, I didn't even know that Waltzy was going to Falcons. Like, Design told me. And then it's funny because like it's the same thing as when he told me. I didn't even know. Design's the one who told me Waltzy's going to Falcons. So then I messaged Guild and I was like, yo, did you? I'm like, I told Guild, I was like, yo, Waltzy's going to Falcons from what I heard. I was like, what do you want to do? And then Guild was like, we were just talking about like finding an IGL and stuff like that. And I asked him if he was down for me to IGL. And then from there, oh no, sorry. The next day, Guild messaged me and he was like, hey, yo, I'm looking for opportunities and you should do it as well. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. You know what I mean? Because like there wasn't many IGLs on the market and Guild wanted to find an IGL. So I was like, okay, well, no big deal. Then I messaged Jen when Guild messaged me that. And I was like, I messaged Jen and I was like, hey, yo, I know that you probably already know this already, but Waltzy's going to Falcons and do you need, or do you want to team with me? And I asked him that and he didn't know. And I was like, oh shit, that's fucking crazy.
So it'll be interesting if they actually amount to something really big, like winning champs or winning any events like that, because it's very obvious that this roster was not intended to happen. It didn't mean to happen. It was an accident, if you will. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why people are getting behind them the way that they are. Also wanted to mention Mr. Greek God, Greek himself on the BLGS stream with Nicewig has posted that he's finally, I don't know if you guys know the context behind Greek, but I remember about a year ago, he was just basically in the other room as Nicewig. They were living together, and Greek was just like, yeah, man, I'm trying my best. I'm grinding, but I can't get this org. I can't get this. You know, he was trying to get his name out there a little bit more, like his good old buddy pal Nicewig. But it seems like his time has finally come. Mr. Greek is signing the contract, and it is official. So congratulations, Greek. Hopefully it is what we think it is. Nicewig did comment that it's about that time, huh? So I'm assuming it is some organization stuff. Maybe 100 Thieves or Riddle will decide to kind of get in there with Greek himself as well. This will be a nice dynamic duo as the BLGS stream continues to grow, or the B stream with BLGS continues to grow. They got a lot of events to cover. It is going to be big. Interested to see how it all uncovers in the next couple of months. Also, if you haven't seen this already, Pioneers did put out their official statement saying today marks the end of an era as we part ways with KCP Apex. A huge thank you to Deeds, Onmu, Gent, and Dedication. Why did they not give a shout out to their boy Beza, or however you pronounce it, the GOAT, the manager? I don't know why. I mean, that guy's done a lot. I hope I'm pronouncing his name wrong because I do like the guy. And it just doesn't look like I like him if I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm pretty sure that is. Anyways, I don't know why they didn't do that, but it looks like maybe they did in the comments. Okay, I guess it makes up for it. But a lot of people, if you didn't see yesterday's video, we're not happy with this because it kind of looks like they just came in, got EWC cash grab, and bounced out. Whether or not that's the official case, Gent kind of made it sound like it was more so of internal issues. That's what he posted online. So unfortunate circumstances due to, you know, we have to part again for internal issues with the org. Unfortunate, not sure what that means, but the pods move on. We talked about that yesterday. Tripods are back. So interesting little dynamic that's going on here with the KCP roster. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all things inside of the world of Apex Legends, esports, and ladies and gentlemen, until the next time, we will see you all sexy people later, Gators.